All right, so it's Tuesday. That means it's time for the Monday night recap, and we're going to wrap up week one in this video. So let's begin with the Monday night game where we had the Raiders victorious over the Saints 34-24. Raiders get the pennant for the win. I get the green check mark for accurately predicting it. Drew Brees had an okay day, 312 passing yards, 1 touchdown, 1 pick. The player of the game probably is a debate between Alvin Kamara and Darren Waller. Kamara has 13 carries, 79 yards, 2 scores. 9 catches for 95 yards. Derek Carr, 282 and 3 touchdowns. Darren Waller was his primary target. 12 receptions, 103 yards, and 1 score. So, the reason why I decided to pick the Raiders for this game as the upset, if you will, was, my line of thinking was it's a new stadium. They'll be extra hyped about playing their first game in Las Vegas. They want to open it up with a win, so they are going to scheme hardcore to make sure that happens. And then number 2, the absence of Michael Thomas for the Saints is entirely noticeable as it was last night. And the thing is, when you watch Drew Brees unable to push the ball down the field, beyond 10, 15 yards at a time, especially trailing in the fourth quarter, there's some cause for concern here in New Orleans. And I think the joke of the day on Twitter is probably that maybe they should start thinking about throwing Jameis Winston in there, which is never going to happen. I understand that because, but we have to have these, we have to get used to having these difficult discussions about first ballot Hall of Famers not having it anymore. And the only one that's really sort of surprised everybody has been Tom Brady, who continues to play at a decent level. But we all know the arm strength was never something that we pointed to and said this is his defining, feature or trait, if you will. But he still won a game yesterday, and, he didn't play too poorly in the first game against the Saints, so it remains to be seen on that front. But at the same time, with the Saints in Super Bowl or bust mode because of what they're going to have to do next year with this salary cap situation and the number of players likely they won't be able to hang on to, Drew Brees being one of them, who I would say is probably done after this year. It might not be a bad idea to just go for broke and try Jameis Winston. Yes, you might throw 30 interceptions, but at least you're going to get the ball down the field. I don't know, that's a hot take. We'll revisit that one in a number of weeks. So as far as the picks go for week 2, I finished the week 12-4. That's very good considering going into the week I thought it was too much chalk and I was going to miss a lot of upsets. But the upsets that I did pick didn't come to fruition. Well, maybe this one did. Total so far for the picks through 2 weeks, I'm 22-10. Feel pretty good about that. This upcoming week is going to be very brutal because there's a lot of really good matchups on the docket. You look at the Packers and I believe the Packers and the Saints and the Chiefs and the Ravens. So it's going to be difficult picking games next week. So that is the last game for the week. And I think the big storyline coming out of this week is all the injuries. And look at the chart behind me on the board here. All of these major significant injuries and how long that they're going to be out. Saquon Barkley, out for the season. Nick Bosa, out for the season. Christian McCaffrey, 4 to 6 weeks. Cortland Sutton, out for the season. Paris Campbell, indefinitely. Malik Hooker, Solomon Thomas, Anthony Barr, all out for the season. Just absolutely brutal day. And bless the knees and hug your ACLs going forward because there's a lot of teams that can't handle this amount of loss because the depth is just not very good beyond the starters, especially for the base defense of the Vikings. If they have any more significant injuries like Anthony Barr, this season is going to be completely lost instead of just potentially lost. So that is the Monday night recap and the wrap up on week 1. Pretty short video for this. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.